Okay, and so today we are checking out the Aurora world. I'm actually being guided through, or will be, by one of the producers of the game, Steve, whenever he turns up. He's not going to be on the line speaking with us. He's kind of giving me some directions over Skype. So I'll kind of let you guys know what he's saying and what he's showing around. And yeah, kind of going to get a one-sided conversation. Audio does it. Okay, let's get all this stuff on. When the music kicks in, it was on a minute ago. Just off when it feels like. So he's saying that in the game, once you log in, you're in a character creation interface where you can create your own characters like all the other games, and you can choose from 3 nations. You have the Selene, which is the nation of Moon, you have Helios, the nation of Sun, and Eos, which is E-O-S, nation of the Star. All to do with the background and kind of lore behind the game. Kind of just keep moving around while he's kind of chatting to us. Under level 10, all players will play in pretty much a newbie village, where you get all the tutorials and things like that. I think it's a safe haven of sorts. There is PvP in the game. I believe people aren't able to PK, but I'm probably jumping the gun. He may talk about that later. It's actually difficult to run again. Oh, and break the game. I've broken all the water by jumping up. Oh, there we go, it's back. I'm not entirely sure. I think on the I think they're currently calling it a closed beta, but on their website I think it's still saying alpha. So there's obviously going to be little glitches and bugs either way with the game. So this is the final released yet. Kind of little clippy things as well. Oh, he's telling me I don't need to go through the newbie village. I can log back in. I think he was going to show me around the village, but the two characters that they'd made me, yeah, I think there was a level 50 Guardian, which is kind of warrior type, and then there was also a mage. But you did have the option to create, I think there's 2 more characters I create. I could create a total of 4 character slots, whether that is the standard for the game. One of the things I have noticed, there is a point and click aspect to moving to your cursor. Also drag it as well, that's quite handy. So it'll follow the cursor, but I can't seem to rotate the cameras while I'm doing that, so great. Okay, now I can log in and see you in the main city. Which nation are you in? I don't know. I picked the Guardian. Where can... Let's have a look if it tells me where I am. Spirit Lock Altar. Have I got a map? There we go. So I am currently in Cloud City. So I think he's going to perhaps log in and meet me with a character. I'd suggest maybe talking in a party chat or something, so that you guys can actually see what we're talking about. So he's going to come and meet me with a character. So I will kind of leave it here for a moment, and then we'll come back. He's kind of still talking to me while he's travelling, so I've decided to come back in. So hi, we're back. He basically told me that Cloud City is a city where players from all 3 nations will meet once they reach level 50. Prior to that, each nation will have their own capital. So I'm asking, is this area PvP enabled? Are cities PvP free zones? I believe so. I think he kind of doesn't know everything about this game yet. As I said, this is kind of only just started being ported over, and he's the, I'm presuming the rep for North America, but he is Canadian. So he says he's in Cloud City, so he's up with me. If you look at the mini-map on the top right corner, you will see an AR icon. I do see auto route. Click on it and you can find a list of NPCs. Got its own battlefield, skill vendor. Okay, well we're going to demonstrate the auto route feature. Let's both click Majin Sage. Auto route 2. Done. Have a little en route. Figure it's not a bad place to have a look around, seeing as though most people, if this is where you come to when you hit level 50, I guess most people aren't going to actually see this area until they you know, for quite a while playing the game. Although, as I mentioned, as this game has kind of already been around, most of this stuff can be found with images and videos on the internet anyway. But for those who aren't going to check it out, then this is for you. A little look around. Quite like this auto route actually. It's in getting lost. For those that have seen some of the other videos that I've done, I'm not the most well coordinated. If I don't have a sat nav, I'll be quite honest. You know, I do tend to walk around in circles. But this guy seems to know where he's going, which is great. And on your right here, we have some more statue type things, and on your left a big tower. It's quite a nice area. Ah, look at this. Our striker. Our guide. Second wave. Hello there. That's probably going to be a little bit easier now if our conversations carry on in game. Magian Sage. I've done a little bit of reading about the game, so I'm not going to spoil it by telling things just in case that's to tell me later on. So we're not covering old ground. Hopefully we'll kind of on the Magian and what exactly they are. But yep, he said he's going to keep the chat in game. You guys are going to be able to see it there. Take you here is at the Magian. One of the unique features. Game. Chat bubbles actually don't stay that long. I don't know if you can change that, but I'll not mess about with it right now. Press T key. You will open a UI. Bloop. And this is my Magian. Aha, so that's what it is. Come here. Done. Hilarious. Magian? Magian is basically your partner in game, so pretty much a companion character. All different stats and stuff. Will help you fight. Bless you. Little guy. Press X key, you can use your Magian as a mount. What? Wow. Pokemon's just changed form. Better speed. That's pretty cool. So yeah, they act as both companions and vehicles. Pretty nice, I actually quite like that. So you have a total 7 slots of machine in the machine UI, which we saw. Meaning you can keep 7 different machines. Wolf that looks a bit like a rat as well. We'll name him. Oh, and he's got on. I'll name him Rat Wolf. Original. Okay. Subgood machine can enable multiple people to ride on them. Ah, cool. Whoever you like to help you fight, depending on situations. Let's switch to another machine. Press T. Which one do we think? A blue dragon? That doesn't even look like a blue dragon. I'm not picking a panda. This one. All button. Why is it not doing it? Ah, is that just an egg or something? Ah. Okay, so you can't do it while riding, so we'll try and do... got this weird thing. Sweet! These are a lot better than Wolf Rat. Woohoo! I think the GM is impressed with the mount that I've been given. Any available in game? Have a look. Ah, okay. Elements have different abilities. I think that's metal. That's them. As your name, okay. Ah, Earth. He's an Earth machine. Okay, the same when you click the different ones. Bad boy is an Earth machine. Earth machine can give its master lots of HP, MP, so health power and magic power, which is great. Doesn't seem to be playing. I really don't want to be listening to my collection of music, I'll be quite honest with you. devil? Yeah. Players need to upgrade machines while growing themselves, so as you level up, you need to level up your machine as well. Which I believe, yeah, it will unlock abilities. That seems to tell you, allows 2 players to mount the machine. Doesn't seem to tell you. Grade. The Wakan is basically the basic power of a machine. It has 4 different grades: white, green, blue, and purple. From low to high. Entirely sure what that means. I'll have a look. Upgrade your machine by using some items. The higher awakened power, the more powerful your machine is. Awakened power then. Ah, okay. Your machine must reach level 80. Maybe level 50 isn't the cap. Who knows? Or your machine have different levels. And once your machine reaches certain levels, it can activate some features. Interesting. It's quite complicated, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. There's kind of like lots of different options, which I personally like. I think more options better. I hate it when things are too simplified. So, depending on what kind of options you get with these machines, I think personalising them will be pretty interesting. The fact that you've got a few is good. The fact that they can be used in combat it essentially does make them like a Pokemon, given that there is PvP. There you go. So you can activate Mount, and when you reach level 20. This game, player, monster, and machine, they all have their own element. Ah, okay. Don't necessarily think it's a rock, paper, scissors thing. I think just depending on what the element is, depends what kind of feature it has. Metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. Oh, my blue dragon. Killathor. Oh, you can't have that many names. Oh dear. So you can have a maximum of 6, it would seem, at the moment. Game, given that Blue Dragon has considerably more than 6. A machine needs to absorb souls from mobs to improve itself. It's not just a simple case of killing them and getting XP. You have to absorb the souls to level up your machine. So, essentially, unlike some other games where your machine levels up with you, you have to actually actively use your pet in combat. Would seem to level it up, which is good. I mean, it seems to be a big feature of the game, these machine, and important given that it, is also a mount. Everybody's going to have access to them. You can get them pretty early on. I imagine there are some rarer, harder to find ones than others. I think that's enough to talk about the machine, because there's a lot to talk about of other features the game can offer. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Get on my big machine. Like how you can do like an almost overhead. It's like some top-down game. Really impractical for fighting though. Lead the way. Oh. I'd like to take you to your own capital. Great. I personally don't like the left click that it automatically runs the location. It's okay sometimes, but I accidentally keep left clicking stuff. So I am a Selene citizen. So there we go. As I didn't make the character, I obviously didn't choose the nation that I was from, so I wasn't totally aware. I don't know if there's any benefits between them. I don't think there is, just different locations that you can reach, and obviously it determines which nation you fight for in the nation PvP stuff. Okay, I need to click AR. Go to teleport to find my flight manager. Auto route. I actually do really like this auto route feature, actually. Just because I'm lazy. Looks like we're fairly close, maybe. There we go, flight manager. Happen to be from the same nation, which is quite handy. Quite awkward if he'd logged in a character that's from a different one and we couldn't go to the same place. So we can get to the main city from here. Right click. My pet can give you a ride back to Selene. Go for it. Doo 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 doo. Nice. So obviously we're not within range now, so I don't have him on chat. And we'll see if he talks over Skype, but I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. I do like some of the little tips that pop up. I think one of them was it's always nice to say please or something like that. We're going into a new area. I'm now not entirely sure that I've got the music on. So let's have a look. So I've got sound effects. Play. Oh, that's a bit loud, so we'll keep that down. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. Go, a bit nicer. So we're it's actually really loud for me. I can't really hear much. There we go. A little bit in the background. Let's have a look if we can quickly change by. See if you've got a length of time that the no, doesn't look like you can choose how long. How long your bubbles stay up for? They don't seem to be up for that long. Oh, this is Celine. It was Nation of the Moon, I believe. Nation of the Moon, there you go. With the lore, essentially, I believe what happened was there was a battle in heaven by the gods and the world was destroyed, but life found a way and kind of rebuilt itself, and rebuilt itself into 3 warring nations pretty much, and all follow different aspects, so the sun, the moon, the stars, and they do seem to be a nation at war over resources and the usual kind of thing. Spirit grass, so like a herb or something. A limit, okay. Well, I mean, there seems to be quite a lot of them. Yellow one. Yellow spell increases soul energy. its hit points, maybe? Ah. Okay. Ah, so once it depletes, your machine can no longer fight for you, so your companion must disappear. So perhaps it runs down the amount of time you've actually got it out. Down while you have it out. Okay. You can recover it by absorbing grass. Gotcha. So you gotta keep these guys on the toes, you get XP. Grass. Maybe it spawns throughout the world. I imagine it would do. Unless they want you to keep coming back here. To kind of prepare all your machine before you go out. Ah, there you go. Or you can buy a pill from machine NPC. I'm not asking too many questions just yet. I'll think. Try one of the other machine moment when now let me show you the machine NPC. Clicking on AR. Shop section. That's okay. Quincy. Tally ho. Don't left click. Takes you off auto route. A little bit faster, I have to say. Back at walking pace. Ah, there we go. Not too far away. I feel this is very lazy. I feel people won't know where any of the NPCs are because they just auto run to them all the time and then go AFK. Get another thing out while we're here. We'll try the panda. You can buy a level 1 machine spirit pill. There we go. Fill. Buy a batch of that. Oh, it looks like it was adding it. Spending all my money. By the way, in this game there are two kinds of currencies. One, in-game money, which is Aeon, A-O-N, and then cash. Again, it's free to play. Presumably buy stuff with real world cash. There is the mall option there, which I'm for the shop. Yeah, so AC. These things are for bought with real world money. We have a built-in system where you can trade between each other. Click on the mall icon in the bottom right. There we go, see? Way ahead. Once the UI is opened, choose AC Trade to trade. Basically buy AK or AC or Aeon. I'll be pushing that. Probably gonna throw me in browser. So that's how much Aeon I've got. Apparently I've got 625 AC as well. On top of regular quests, the game offers 15 different systems. I know I'm reading this out as well as it being there, but it gives you the option. If you're kind of viewing the game in a small window and the writing's a little bit too small for you to see, it's probably easier that I'm going to read it out. Whereas if you've got it on mute, because you're tired of hearing my dulcet tones, then you can read it. But anyway, so on top of the regular quests, the game offers 15 systems. Magic is one of them. We also have enchanting. If you press C, okay, C. My character sheet. That's cool. I like that. Mouse over gears. Oh, as in mouse over your gear. Oh. Thought he meant like a gear, like a configuration type icon or something. Epic gear that I'm wearing. I have absolutely no idea what any of this means, but it seems pretty good. White, green, blue, purple. 4 grades for all gears. Purple epic. It's a pretty standard system, like another very popular game. Purple being your epics. Blues, very good. Green, your kind of average stuff. And white is probably just your generic items, usually. Usually don't have any magical properties whatsoever, but that may or may not be the case with Aurora. So, go. Epic weapon, hopeless. I'll not get rid of it. That was the interesting thing when you jump into a game like this and you're at high level and there's all these stats and stuff. You have absolutely no idea what any of them mean. Thankfully, I don't appear to have any abilities down. Whether it's because I need to spec into them or actually drag them onto my character, I'm not sure. Another subsystem, anyway, of gear is slotting, meaning you can add a hole to your gear and embed a gem to give it better stats. Click AR and find slotting Luke, I imagine. Okay, right, let's jump on my panda. don't walk. No, he's lit. And there's somebody there called, yeah, okay, Luke. Next to Hyman. Cantor. I like how I've got a little wicker umbrella, that's pretty cool. Okay, so equipment and bed, slot equipment, gem removal. I'm presuming he's kind of like a skill NPC maybe? Ghost actually buying gems from him. So place a gem. Place a gem to a gear with slot. Place gem to a gear with slots. Apply one gem to a slot. Apply a mental gem at the first 3 slots. Apply holy gem at 4 slot success rate. Okay. Master Apprentice system. They also have. And the game is encouraging high level players to help newcomers. Always a good thing. So, you know, starting zones, you get your tutorials, apprentice system for the older players, which is always nice. You know, I think it can be quite a daunting task for new players to come into a game. You know, especially when there's kind of so many options, and there seems to be quite a few features and systems that they have. Since in-game money, Aeon, is hard to earn, you can buy items using reparation points. Possibly be reputation. There you go. Reputation points can be earned by being a better. Oh, okay. By having what the heck? Reputation points can be earned by presumably having a master helping you as an apprentice. So yeah. Choose Holy, and we'll go and see the Holy Master. Tally ho! Through these. I think they're also on auto routes. They're probably going to the same place I am. Oh, talking to me. You can go to shops to use your reputation points. There we go. I'm a little bit faster than interesting place. Hopefully I'm going to the right one. Holy Master. Okay, well you can see here. I've clicked the right one, but for some reason they were going to different one. Why is this taking me out? I don't think this is right. Oh no, okay. There you go. Reputation shop, Holy Master. Lost my guide. I think my guide needs an auto route to where I am. Literally just to my character. Beeline straight to me. Oh, best find out on Skype where he's gone. Floating boat. Tell him over Skype. Did you click the wrong PC? I'm at the Holy Master at the entrance. Unless there are 2 NPCs. Maybe it's taking us to different ones. I can't see you here. Imagine Sage. Okay. Imagine Sage. Ah, there you go. I think his view distance isn't that great. Next to you. Oh, no, he's not seeing me. He's run off. There we go. Welcome back. Now he's a giant. What the devil's going on? Wow. That is creepy. I don't know whether I'm breaking stuff. Here's the reputation shop. Ah, right, so this is where it is. Okay, buy items using reputation points. Let's have a look then. We always help new members, as long as you are willing to help new members. I will give you reputation points. Okay. Reputation points will be given when you are level 45 plus, and if party members are level 15 plus. Levels up during the play. Party members. Okay. Wait. Click on it and get on. Which boat? Oh. Who's low? The shuttle bus in the city. God, why is she moving so fast? He's like cranked his things up. Weird. Imagine. Whoop whoop! And I get EXP. Sweet. So you just keep getting XP for riding it. That's quite cool. Oh no, there's no clip. How many people can fit in one? I just asked. Ooh, this is nice. Dawnfield. You may not know how many people can fit. No problem, can't expect you to know everything about the game. Ooh. Nice. I quite like this. It's very relaxing. After the tour we can go back to the city. Nice to get a little look around. Oh, there's another one. Clip. Oh wow, this goes everywhere. Get sale from. Starts registering 5 minutes. Okay. Visits private shop manager to access. It goes all around the island, I've asked. Oh, feel like we're getting set up here now. Hey, it's picked up a bit of speed as well, going downhill. Not seen any mobs or anything yet. Ah, and let me show you our events. There we go. It's like it was all meant to be. Calma. Pretty tough. Press a U key, you can see the event list. I'll move it to one side so you guys can still in the middle so that you need to look at my face. There we go. There are a total of 18 different events available so far. Ooh. Can be attacked by players who are 10 level higher than you in this region. I don't think there's actually anybody on this server. I do think it's a closed. Not that I fear anybody. I've got, you know, an epic purple hopeless weapon. Although I've got no attacks to actually attack people with, so that could be interesting. Here's the border area where PKing is quite often. There is a daily event, Resources War. Ask players to rob resources from other nations. Cool. Or protect our own resources from being robbed, basically. This is quite cool. Not sure what levels that is available to. Oh, event name, Wish Tree. I'm not sure what these are. Excellent rewards when complete, blue preferred, so that's obviously your better reward. So yeah, level wise tells you what you need to be. And we've got these down here. Again, level requirements. So level 50 to 59, so it's a good indicator that level 50 isn't actually the highest. I've said, are you with me? After explaining that I've replied with yeah, and asked, it is in an instanced area, like a battleground basically. Basically, on top of regular leveling, which I presume will open up your... well, it'll passively increase your stats and attacks and defenses and give you abilities. This game has another unique system. Talents. Well, we'll find out how unique. There's plenty of games that do have talent systems, but this one is looking interesting. It means you need to upgrade to a certain grade while leveling in order to perform the second profession change at level 40. Get yourself talent skills. Talent skills are very useful passive buffs. Okay. I'll have a look over this stuff while he's chat. Okay, so it tells you here how you're ranking up. So, like master, level 3 there. This one you need to be experienced 2, which is that one. Interesting. Before you can even pick up some of these, you have to have level requirements, or stages, as it would seem. Yeah, to upgrade your talent, you need to earn talent points, which is only available by doing daily quests. Soul Devil, it's a dungeon where soul devils attack on a refinery. So encouraging you to kind of play basically and do the daily quests as opposed to just grinding out on mobs, which is good. Although it does mean you have to kind of grind the dailies, but it looks like there might be quite a few of them. Anyway, for Soul Devil, your job is to protect the refinery. Mobs will not attack you. Kind of hard, most of the time it needs a party. Okay. Imagine that depends on what level you are, perhaps. Another system is life skill. Learning life skill, you can collect materials such as fabric, gems, metal, etc. So I'm presuming life skills are kind of your general professions. That seems to be your kind of all-in-one for resource gathering, perhaps. And then you can craft your own gear or potions, etc. We have 15 different sub-systems. Not easy to show them in a short period of time, obviously that's the case, but as we're kind of early doors with the game, I'm sure over the coming months we'll find out more. So I just said. Lastly, I'd like to show you the Autoplay System. Oh. Click on Auto 7 Star Manager, is that on the AR? Auto 7-star manager. Okay. This is the system for players to play the game automatically. Again, this is a feature, if it's what I think it is, that I've seen in other Korean and Chinese MMOs, where you can play the game AFK, as is quite often some of the Eastern games that migrate over to Europe and North America do have a bit of a grind feel to them, where you have to kind of keep killing things over and over and over and over and over, which seems to be the kind of play that Koreans, Japanese, Chinese seem to be the kind of games that they enjoy because they keep making them. So they kind of function in AFK features often. So they say, being told that this is a system for players playing the game automatically, meaning as long as you have enough potions, you can leave it there and get EXP while you're not around. By the way, if you click on small icon below your own icon on the top left, that's what you configure autopilot to. Okay, so look at that one, auto potions, meaning you can take HP, MP potions automatically. So there you go. Once you reach 40% or lower, and you can change that one of those pots that you've got in place. So if you know that your heal only does up to 180, then you'll account for what your current hit points are and work out the percentage so that you don't get killed. Important when autoplay, I'm being told. Otherwise, you know, stand there and get killed if you're AFK. Yep, you configure when to take the potion. So essentially what happens is you can leave the game and you can totally go AFK. You don't even need to be at a keyboard, and it runs around from mob to mob, killing stuff in the area, and auto loots, and obviously you're seeing it automatically takes the pots. So there's actually no play behind it. You can let the game level itself up. Not a system I think's great. You know, I think it's not one of my favourite things that they put into things like this. But given the amount of grind that can be in some MMOs, sometimes it's not necessarily a bad thing. But I shall be diplomatic and say, interesting. Interesting. But yeah, you know, I think that's the thing. You can kind of get people logging on and farming gold, just leaving their characters to it, which I'm presuming plenty of people will if if you've got a game like this where you can farm in-game gold and not be there, just log in a load of accounts and leave them to it. Okay, so I'm being told if you click the social icon at the bottom, you can open the social UI. In this game, social network is important. Anybody can become the king of a nation via an election system. Let's have a look which one is the social plan, social network. What was this one? Meaning players will receive a ballot once in a while. Interesting. And you can choose who to vote for. If you're elected as the king of our nation, you can enable some powerful buffs to us. I'm wondering whether you either get to choose from a menu, or is that a kind of player thing that if he sees you in game, he can buff you. Such as a buff that can give all citizens 200% XP. Oh, okay, so perhaps he gets to choose which buff he wants to give. king can choose buffs wants to give people from a list. I did wonder why he was cutting up his sentences. There does seem to be a word limit on quite a short one, actually. Okay, so yeah, he's saying that there is a list the king can choose from. So I'm imagining he kind of, haha, but I'm not king yet. One day, one day. I'd vote for you. It'll cost you, you ack. You can buy my vote. Okay. Let me take you to an event to relax a bit. Do this. Wait. Like what I told you, we have 18 events available in game, so we don't have time to go through all of them. Aurora Marathon is quite unique and relaxing. It's basically a mini game. I believe it's a racing game where you race on your machine. I think I've read it on the on the website maybe. So that'd be cool. (8 PM) registration required. That'll be 8 PM server time. Oh, there you go. Apparently it's 9:15. Not for me. For me it's currently 16:41. What I have to do is adjust the server time. When we both log back in, we can play it. Would you like to try? Let's do it. Okie, gotta log off. Then we'll be logging back in. I'll return to login. Takes 10 seconds to log out. Bamboo.